Good morning. Good morning, everybody. I'm going to give you guys about 45 seconds to get your headphones on. Okay? Get your headphones on because we are going to be listening to classical music this morning. Right? Classical music. And see what I found out? Classical music's supposed to, according to brain experts, it's supposed to actually make your brain smarter. Did you know that, Vague? I think there's something to the construction of the music in a mathematical way. But supposedly, classical music makes you smarter. I took that one step further and I said, we're piping classical music into the grow room all this week because I know my mushrooms are smart, but they're going to get smarter. Okay. Somebody's going to win this Friday. 12 ounces of squat. I'm going to be putting names on a spin to win wheel, and whoever wins that spin will win this coming Friday. But they have to be at a tee to win. We have 3 people already qualified. Alan, Choop, and Free. Alan, Choop, and Free are already qualified in the classical music spin to win. Give me 5 people that would like to try to qualify for the next 3 slots. We're gonna have to play some classical music, of course. So, are we ready? Marky says he is. Joe's down with it. Jonathan K's ready. Jonathan K, you've been winning a lot lately. I hope you give some of it away. Sharon and Higgs and Mike and Free. Here we go. Who is this guy? Who the heck is this guy? Who the heck is he? I'm going to play some music. The first 3 people to say who he is, we'll move on. Table scraps for dogs. Whoop. Wait a minute. Wait, here it comes. Who is this? And you have to spell it correctly too, by the way. It has to be spelled correctly, the name. This is not Igor Stravinsky, by the way. It has to be spelled correctly. The game is rigged. It has to be spelled correctly. Who is this? So far, 2 people have answered correctly. 1, I'm not moving forward because like I said, they win all the time. 2, they misspelled it. I need 3 correct answers. Who is this? It is not Paganini. Who in the world could this be? It is not Vivaldi. There you go, Kim. Nice correction. Well, actually not. Yeah. We're good. Henry. I've got my 3. This is George Frederick Handel. How do you like his wig? Oh my God. What's going on with that wig? Jonathan K, you said Handel, but I'm sorry, my friend. I really do have to look for more winners. And I'm not trying to be rude to you at all. I hope you don't take it personal. I honestly do. I'm not going to put you down for the spin to win for this Friday. I can't do it, and I hope you appreciate it. I really am looking for as many people as I can get. Thank you for understanding. I hope you don't think I'm just being rude or picky. I'm not. I would do that to anybody. I would do that to everybody. Okay? So do you guys, let me ask you a quick question. Should I continue to play this music or should I put on our regular team music? Which should I do? Continue to play Handle or I think we should just do some, I think we should just go back to team music. Just go back to team music. We know what Handle, I don't know, man. Handle sounds pretty good. I don't know. Okay. Darn you guys, you don't help at all. Nobody was helpful. I'm putting on regular team music. Okay, and then we're going to turn the camera around here. Hold on. Okay, we have a lot to cover today. I don't know if any of you did your homework last night. You know, not sure, but I did mine. I'll be right with you. Hold on. Here it is. What? They're making me do ads. There it is. Okay. We got our team music on. Our three winners. And moving forward to the spin to win round for Friday. Our three winners, McDirt. Boom. McDirt. Kim went back and checked her spelling and redid it. Okay? And then Nerd Nature. Now, I kicked Jonathan K off the wheel, and I'm seeing Kim and Nerd as getting a lot of spin time recently. I'm going to keep them on, but I know they have open hearts. Okay? The truth is, we're running out of people to be people. I couldn't even do Neverwinter Before's right now. There's 3 of them left. You know what? Just because of that, Jonathan K., you're back on the wheel. Jonathan K., you're back on the wheel. Boom. I'm not taking you off. There we go. Doesn't mean you won anyways. Just means you're spinning. Jonathan K., you're on the wheel. So now instead of 6 kids, we got 7. Okay? Do we have Neverwinter Before's? It's been a while. Okay? It's been a while. But I don't mind. I don't mind anybody getting 100 things. I just want, it's not fair if somebody got 100 and somebody's standing there and I've never got anything. That's my idea. You know what I'm saying? You sure what I'm saying? So, Handle. That was back in the day when their hair stunk so bad they'd stick wigs on and just fill it with perfume and hope you didn't notice. He was born in 1685. I would have thought it was a little bit later. Well known for 3 comic operas. What did I do this morning? I'm reading all about Handel. What I'm hoping some of this does is inspire you guys just to do some discovery learning. Okay? Is Hags here this morning? Major General, thanks. I can't ship to Canada, but I'm glad you're here. Has anybody seen Hags? Because he's supposed to do a giveaway. All right? Hagee, do one of your giveaways. We got eighths and all kinds of stuff coming out of here that we're going to send from Hags to you. Okay? Sandy, he was here. When he pops back in, Hags, get a handle on this, would you? Hags will figure it out. He's going to do 2 to 3 giveaways today. He gave us so much stuff to give away, you guys. You wouldn't even believe it. You know, just because of that, I'm putting Hags on the spin to win wheel. Give me 5 people that think that a Hags should go on the spin to win wheel for this week. The big spin. Give me 5 people agree. Hags. I just thought of it. Hags is right there, right behind Jonathan K. Should we put a Hags on the wheel? Hags should go on the wheel. Look at how sweet all you guys are. You guys are so great. I'm reading the comment. He should be on the wheel. Hags, you're on the wheel. Okay. Boom. Just like that. All right. Now we have 8 people on the wheel. That's okay, because we only need 4 more. Okay? We'll figure it out. Hags gave us so much, we couldn't even begin to give him anything back. But we're going to try. Did you guys do your homework yesterday? See, I don't even have to do the giveaways today. Hags is doing them. He's just going to tell me who won. I should put moms on the list too, Kim? I don't want to say no to that. I don't want to say no to that. I really don't. Give me 5 people that agree. This is a group decision. Mom's on the wheel. Mom's on the wheel because you don't think Hags did it all by himself. Really, do you? Really, really, really? Mom's on the wheel. Mom's on the wheel. I say yeah. I say yeah. I say we might have to do 2 giveaways on Friday. I say we might have to do 2 big giveaways on Friday. Okay? The best part about Hags Week is that he does the giveaways, and I don't even have to think about it. I just do get a talk. Okay? Speaking of talking, I want to read to you guys something real quick. Hello, my friend. This is a neat email that came in from one of y'all. Okay? Give me 1 second. Okay. Sorry about that. I have IG on. I'm going to try to include some IG-ness here over the next couple of days. Okay. Sandy, we'll talk about, we have to talk about Mushtoberfest here shortly, but let me read this. Hello, my friend. The first part of this email, it was actually a text sent to me. The first part is one of the neatest ways I have ever heard somebody describe microdosing. That was the number one reason I wanted to share this text with you guys, because the way microdosing is described in this text is incredibly poetic. Okay? So pay attention. Hello, my friend. I can say my opinion and what I've seen in my life with microdosing is like having the healing powers of chicken noodle soup, saltines, ginger ale, The Price is Right, and Mom's Love, all backed by the loving, healing light of the universe. I love saltines in there, and he added The Price is Right. When you're sick, you don't feel great, and you're laying on the couch. Why is The Price is Right a fun game to watch? You just sit there and you go, I think it's $2.47, Bob. You know what I mean? That is a hilarious reference because The Price is Right is healing. And I never thought of it that way before. You had me a chicken soup. I can't. The brilliance is The Price is Right, adding Price is Right in there. Anybody's going to put in Mom's Love, blah, blah, blah. No, that's good still. The Price is Right. That's really good. It's very, very well done here. Okay, we're talking the Bob Barker Price is Right, not Drew. Good one, Floyd. That's true, Streety. Drew does a good job, though. We were watching him the other day. He has fun. I don't think he practices. See, other hosts actually practice for their show. Drew goes out there, he makes mistakes almost every show. He's very much like Pops. I'll finish the rest of his text. This was a great, great text. So we're healing powers of chicken noodle soup, saltines, ginger ale. The Price is Right. And all backed by Mom's Love and the healing light of the universe. Microdose. I really think microdosing wants what's best for us. Yeah, I agree, Streety. I can't agree with you more. Streety, would you be quiet, please, and let me get on with this? I really think microdosing wants what's best for us. Who says that? Who said that's a really good line? I really think microdosing wants what's best for us. I do too. I do. You just are a better person. Oh, that is such a neat line. See, Cleany agrees with us, Streety. Okay. It's eye-opening to see so many people carrying around so many small problems they don't have to. And microdosing can help them. Where's it? Okay. He says this to me. He goes, your unbridled enthusiasm at tea for doing the right thing is awesome. Do you dose every morning? No, but I'm pretty down with it. Then he goes on to, we're talking about developing our brain. Now I'm taking the neurotropic silo and a blend of reishi, turkey, lions, and cordyceps powder. Listen to this. Tomorrow, I have to eat a nuclear egg sandwich so they can say I have whatever I don't. So I'll see you Thursday. Oh, I didn't know he wasn't going to be here today. Derek Anderson. Derek Anderson's eating a nuclear egg sandwich today. I think he's taking some kind of a medical test. Let's wish him well. Let's wish our good buddy, Derek A. Derek, I'm just dying at your description. It's absolutely fantastic. Okay? Especially, now we have to get into the whole metaphysical discussion. Was Bob Barker better than Drew Carey? Good stuff. Good stuff. Thank you, Derek Anderson, for that beautiful description of microdosing. Right? Kieran, isn't that a great description? You and I agree almost word for word. When Hags gets here, would you guys remind Hags he has to do, Mom says Bob was way better. See? I don't know why. We're not trying to be rude to you, Drew. Drew, you're a great guy. We're not even saying you're bad at it. But Bob, you invented it. Okay? You invented it. So here we go. I had you guys do homework yesterday. Bob was the king. We grew up with Bob. Higgs is here. Where did he go? You know, if Higgs doesn't show back up, we'll have to understand. We'll have to make moms do the giveaway. Higgs or mom? Bob was the better putter. Rusty, that's hilarious. Right? This is funny that most of us agree. I've never wanted to put Drew Carey down. I never really even, it's not polite to compare them either. Okay? Higgs, do a giveaway. Give something away. Higgs, give something away. Okay? It's funny that we all have an opinion on that. Oh, cool. Bob's was handsy with the lady, was he? That was back in the day. You weren't in trouble for it all the time. You know what I mean? Now, you got to watch it. I agree. Drew is fun. Oh. You know who's does a good job? Wayne Brady. Does Wayne Brady do a good job on, what is it? What is that one? Help. Price, not The Price is Right. We play it here. What is it? What is the name of the game? What is it again? Help me. Three Doors. Let's make a deal. Let's make a deal. Let's make a deal. That's it. Thanks, 3D. I said it before I saw it. I said it before I saw it. Wayne Brady. He does a pretty good job. He makes me laugh. That show is so schmaltzy, though. If you look at the studio, the other day I was looking at the studio audience. I was looking at the studio audience the other day. There's like 12 people in the whole audience. It's the sparsest audience I've ever seen. It's like if you go on Let's Make a Deal as an audience member, you're almost guaranteed to get a shot. Did anybody do any investigating? Holly, I loved. That's literally Brock's favorite show. Whose line is it, anyways? You guys don't know. Brock was part of an improv group back in his college days. He was studying theater, and he and 3 or 5 guys got together and they started an improv group, literally, little comedy improv group, and they would rent out a hall and then sell tickets and pre-advance and this and that, and they'd have their comedy shows. And of course, I'm a father, but I can tell you that kid can do improv. You put him on the spot on something, he can make something up so fast. It was really, really a funny guy. And then he fell in with other funny guys. And then when, you know how it is, funny creates more funny. You hang around with, like, Streety. When I hang around Streety, he's so funny, he makes me come up with funnier stuff, right? Hey, I also, real quick, I see Natalie here this morning, and Natalie is here a lot. Natalie wrote to me yesterday, right here, our Nat. We have to figure this out, you guys. We're only about 25 days away from our Mushtoberfest. It's not that far away. The facility's been paid for. I can tell you that. I can also tell you this. I don't care what Sandman says. If you bring a sleeping bag and you don't have any place to stay, you can stay on the floor somewhere in the house. Nobody's even going to charge you. Okay? Now, if you want your own room, you want your own bed, I have to have a bathroom, a mirror, that's a separate story. But if you want a sleeping spot, done. So it's not like, I can't afford it. Just get there. When you're there, you're not going to have to spend any money. There's going to be a dose counter full of stuff. There will be food all over the place. Nobody's going to say, hey, did you pay for it? Okay? That won't happen. So food, that's a done deal. A few drinks and a dose counter, done. You're handled on that. All you have to do is get there. Sometimes to get there part is hard. I get it. If we really want to be friends, If we really want to be pals, you know one of the best ways to do it? You know one of the best ways? Carpool. There's nothing wrong with having a rando stranger in your car for 4 or 5 hours. The person may not, you may even turn to him and say, you're only driving, I don't want to hear from you. Or you could become friends. One or the other. Okay, but on your way down there, I'm capping yard sale. Shut up, mouthy. Okay? All you have to do is get there. Carpool. Now, I'm having a hard time because I can't tell you who's coming from where, to who, to what, to what. That's for you guys to figure out, but you can figure it out. Natalie's sitting in North Carolina. Natalie is sitting in North Carolina. I'm not exactly sure where. Kimberly, I love carpools, okay? Oh, thank God you got rid of that carpool driver. Oh, if you have somebody in your carpool at the end of a Mush Fest that you don't like them very much and you don't want to drive them home, you know what we do? We stick them on a plane and we send them home. You won't be stuck with them. Deal? Deal? If you bring somebody and you guys figure out you don't really get along, stuff happens. I mean it. We're not even joking right now. Pops will personally stick your ride along. I'll stick him on an airplane and we'll send him home. Done. We got you covered. You won't be stuck with them. 9 out of 10 times you're going to find out, I'm so glad I picked my ride along. But every once in a while you have to come and go, Pops, get the guy a ticket. And you get the guy a ticket. And the guy that's getting the ticket, he's like, thank God I got a ticket. I didn't want to ride back with that idiot in the first place. Okay? CCS is throwing him in a Greyhound. No, Pop, jet blew him. No, seriously. Just jet blew their butts home. All right? The JetBlue guy's going, this is a pretty good deal. I got a ride there, and I'm swooshing home. This is a pretty good deal. I want you to know if you're on JetBlue, if we've sent you home, well, I don't know. Good morning, Lily. So the fest is in, okay, JetBlue, we don't want to put them on page. We'll pick the closest airline, I promise. We'll get you on Delta. Spirit, I don't care. I just want you out of here. Send your send your lovely heart home. Okay, so that's the deal. I mean it from the bottom of my heart. Pops is laughing, but you have it on tape. You have it on tape. Pops, you said you'd fly me home. I will fly you home. If you and your ride along aren't getting along, you just got to get there. I'll be very surprised though. Most of us are taking swag home. Wait till you see the dose counter. Dose counter's so full of stuff. So I'm gonna throw a fit so I can get a plane ticket to Detroit RX. Bob's having a plane ticket home to your house. All right, then. We can get along. That's the basic message here. And if we're not getting along, we're human, we're adults, we'll figure it out. Okay? But I need you to get to the Mush Fest because that's just the right thing to do. All right? And all you have to do, RX, you're such a goofball. All right? No, you're not coming to my house. This one's in Gatlinburg this year. We restocked the toast counter 2 times a day, right, Herbie? Yeah. And then Big Al came along, and he won about $900 worth of capsules at the poker game. All right? So don't think that this thing can't be worth your while. Don't. Mushtoberfest. Be there or be square. Okay? And again, like I said, we'll find room for you. It may not be the greatest accommodations. You're not getting Sandman's room by any means. Sandman and Carlotta get the room, right? They always like kind of king and queen it up a little bit, though. Wait till you see. You'll kind of notice. I'm going to get this off my chest right now. They do sort of king and queen it up on us. I'm just not bad, and it's not in your face or anything, but they are sort of the king and queen of the castle. Everybody's kind of, oh, tip, they're not awake yet. Everyone else is up. Everyone else is awake, and they're like, shh, Carlotta's still sleeping. We've done this enough times, right? Marshmallow says but they are. We've done this enough times to know that they just, how many times have we gotten together now, you guys? This is 5 or 6 times, right? This is 5 or 6 times that the fam's going fam. And this is the most important thing that we could do. We know each other virtually, and then we end up actually meeting it physically in person and having amazing times together, okay? Hags, did you do your giveaway yet? Where's your giveaway? Okay, I need a Hags giveaway. They put in some work. Anybody that goes there is putting in work. Let's be honest. Just getting in your car and making this thing happen for you. You've made plans at home. There's things been set aside and other things. You got people backing you up, watching your kids, watching your dogs, watching. Alan was the winner. Okay. Alan was the winner. Alan, we're going to be sending you an 8. We're going to be sending Mr. Allen. Now, Alan's getting on the frequently winner list recently. Just so you know, Al, I'm watching. This is like 2 times a week for the last month and a half. I'm going to still send you this, and then you're on the spin to win wheel for Friday. So I want you to let's watch our consumption out there, Mr. Allen, okay? This is what I'm going to be sending you, an 1/8 of album, 3.8 grams, 2 or 3 beautiful caps. Now, don't say no. I'm going to be sending this to you, but some people are getting super lucky, and we want to see them also be super generous, okay? And there's nothing wrong with luck as long as we also add some generosity to it, okay? And I only call that out to people like right now, because believe it or not, later on, I get text. Pops, I saw JoJo won 4 in the last 2 weeks, and I haven't won anything. Do you think you could send me something? And I do, but do you know we have prize counters out there? So I'm just trying to be honest and fair. And the group isn't huge, 75 people here daily. You know, and at the end of the day, we end up having to kind of bounce stuff around. I don't ever want to stop giving, okay? But I hesitate to overgive. All right, enough said. Mr. Allen, I'm glad you won today. Okay. Snowflakes. That got me off topic. We were talking about Mushtoberfest. We'll keep mentioning it during the week. Here's the biggest thing. I need you guys to start talking back and forth, connecting with each other. For example, Natalie, North Carolina. She's on the coast on North Carolina, okay? And she wants to get to Mushfest. I want Natalie to come to Mushfest too. If anybody's coming in the North Carolina way and they can slip by and pick up Natalie, I would love, this is what we're looking for, all right? If other people need, I almost feel like CCS. Of course, I go to him because he's my brain. We almost should have a list of people that want to come, where they're located, and then people that are driving by can volunteer to pick them up. Could we do something like that? Is there something we could do like that? Maybe do a little list of these are the people that want to come, and this is where they live. And then we look at the list every once in a while and say, oh, I'm driving right by there. I can slip by and pick up Melissa. What do you think? Who wants to help me with that? CCS, I'm picking you. I'm picking CCS. He's going to put a list together for us. Okay? CCS. Do a little spreadsheet. He's going to say, so you guys have to reach out to CCS if you want to be on the carpool channel. He's going to do a channel on Discord. If you want a carpool and you need a ride, you reach out to CCS and he's going to put your name on the list. And then we, even us, as we're driving down, we'll find out if there's anybody that needs a ride on the way down, if we have room. Okay? So we're going to talk about this for the next couple of days. But basically, we're about 3 weeks away from getting together. So this is what we want to do. All right? It looks like a lot of us need a Discord link as well. So let's look at that. CCS, thank you so much for, I just volunteered him and he's going to step up. I know he will. Handle it. Handle it for me. Okay? Some of you may drive so far, it's like a 15-hour drive, so you get together and say, let's do 7. We'll split a hotel room, and we'll finish the trip the next day. Now the hotel room only costs you half. You can do this. We can do this. Snowflakes. I made you guys look up snowflakes yesterday. Okay? It's too bad we can't see JC there from Australia. That would be a beautiful thing, JC. You could get there and you could just be as naughty as you wanted, and all we would have to do is put you on a plane to send you home anytime we felt like it. Okay? Just swoosh you out of there. So I looked up snowflakes that I didn't know anything about. Rando facto is Rando wrongo. Rando facto yesterday said that there's basically 35 formations of that's what it said. You know what? I'm now on Wikipedia. Wikipedia wants to tell me there's 80. I don't think anybody knows anything about snowflakes. I think everybody's trying to figure them out, and they're making it up. Either that or, first of all, let's go back to our other thing. Who in the world studies snowflakes? Seriously. A snowflake is a single ice crystal that has achieved a sufficient size and may even have amalgamated with others, which falls through the Earth's atmosphere as snow. Each flake nucleates around a tiny, supersaturated air mass by attracting super cold air molecules, cloud water droplets to it, which freeze and then become a crystal form. That's how a snowflake takes shape and birth. According to this guy's research, as they begin, they start with up to 80 structural shapes that then become an infinite type because they grow arms, and you don't know where the nucleated mass of air is going to attach itself. But it has 80 basic forms, supposedly. Snowflakes nucleate around a mineral or organic participle in moisture-saturated, sub-freezing air. They grow by, how does a snowflake get bigger? By net acceleration. The faster they fall, the bigger they get. Here's going to be one for you. I'm doing a Hague's giveaway right now. I'm going to give away one of Hague's deals. Okay? I'm going to give away an 8th from Hague's to whoever answers this question correctly. You have to answer this question correctly. What is the largest Guinness Book World of Records? Largest snowflake recorded. Go. How big was it? Largest snowflake ever recorded. 3 inches, 2 inches. I simply don't know. 21 inches, 35 centimeters. It's going to be in inches. Going to be in inches. Joey Fortunato. Joey got it correct. 15 inches. Joey, I need your address at the Detroit. I haven't seen you in a minute. Joey, congratulations. 15 inches. Where is it? It's on here somewhere. 15 inches. Where's this? They actually tell you when. It was like in Colorado. I don't know if it was in Colorado or where. 15 inches. There it is. 1887. 1887. We have to go all the way back to 1887, Joey, to find that snowflake. But as it was falling, it got bigger, and it got bigger, and it got bigger, and it ended up 15 inches wide. I bet you they didn't have a tape measure back then. 15 inches wide, and it was in Fort Keogh, Montana. Montana. Who measures snowflakes? Final thing. Snowflakes form in a wide variety of intricate shapes, leading to the notion that no two are alike. Although nearly identical snowflakes have been made in laboratory, they are very unlikely to be found in nature. Initial attempts to find identical snowflakes by photographing thousands of them with a microscope from 1885 onward by this guy Wilson Bentley. He found the wide variety of snowflakes that we know about today. Wilson Bentley was a weirdo. We would have liked him a lot. Wilson Bentley would have fit right in with us. He spent his life photographing snowflakes, categorizing them. In 1885, that camera didn't work as fast as it does today. That was like, I can't even imagine the work he had to do to put in to click on one snowflake. Then I have to still go, I still have to go make the portrait. I mean, Wilson, were you married? Hey, Willie. Willie, what's your wife think? Basic structures. And as they're falling through the sky, more and more things attach to their arms and to the rods and to the needles. More and more things can attach, and by the time it gets down to Wilson's photographic plate, it could have a different look overall, but supposedly it started with a basic shape. Then, of course, the reason you can say no two are alike, and then it's infinite, because every single temperature, the temperature is going to be different today than it is tomorrow. It's going to be the airspeed, the amount of water in the air. I mean, there's just, get back out of here, Pops. There's 100 different things that you put onto it, and the next thing you know, pretty much infinite. But did anybody else do their homework? Did anybody else figure any of that out? Jason's telling us something really neat right there. Read what Jason just wrote. That's really interesting. Okay? That's super interesting. Let's talk. We're going to spend about 5 minutes to begin today, tomorrow, and Friday. We're going to talk about pasteurizing. So Alan and Joey have both gotten something from Hague's. Hague's at the end of the show is going to do one more giveaway. And we're going to give 2 of those 8s from Hague's to somebody. Okay? So we're going to do 2 of those. Mushmouth, you be quiet. All right? That was a mistake. It was a camera error. So I don't know that very many of you guys actually went and did your homework. But Pops did. You could tell. Pops is now one of the most knowledgeable snowflakians you've ever known. I'm a snowflakian now. Okay? At least Nat admits it. At least Nat admits it. The rest of you are going to pretend. Oh, the dog ate my homework. Pasteurizing non-hydrated substrates. What does that mean? Substrates that don't have water in them yet, that haven't been moisturized. Okay? How are you guys doing? Can we move on to the next subject real quick? Because we still have a love reading. With pasteurization, the reason we pasteurize our substrate is the same reason we sterilize our spawn before we inoculate it with liquid culture. We want there to be no, when we sterilize our grain, we want no competing microbes. We want the liquid culture to have the first and cleanest shot to eat and colonize that grain. If we let any other microbe in there, microorganism, it has a chance of competing with the mycelium and even contaminating. So we sanitize our grain. You would think that makes sense. If I sanitize my grain, I should probably sanitize my substrate too, right? Let me sanitize my substrate too. When I go to mix my spawn with my substrate, the 2 sanitized things, I should have it as clean as possible. Right, Therian? It's a mistake. I really did believe that. Actually, I read, when I was first starting to break my spawn to bulk and try to create bigger and more amounts instead of just small cakes, I read that, pasteurize your substrate and everything, and I thought, why don't you sterilize it? And of course, I had a nice sized autoclave, and I could put bags of prepared soil into my autoclave and actually sterilize them. So I can sterilize my substrate. And I did that. And my contamination rate was high. I was like, I'll go back and I'll pasteurize my substrate, and my contamination rate is nowhere near as high as the sanitized substrate. It's kind of neat that I had the opportunity to compare the two because of that autoclave. Most people can't sanitize their substrate, or it's really hard to do. The idea is you don't. When I say sanitize, I don't mean. I mean to sterilize. I keep using, replace that word sanitize with sterilize and everything I've been saying. Okay? Sterilize. So sterilized spawn or sterilized substrate versus pasteurized. What we find out in mycology, in the pasteurized substrate, we actually do want a certain portion of competition, as it were, of competing microbes and organisms that will make our cake stronger and more virulent. We want our substrate to not be sanitized, but we do want it clean. I said sanitized again, I mean sterilized. What happens is, the reason we sterilize things, obviously, or the way we do it, is we bring our heat to a massive heat level, And the living things can't live above that heat. So they figured it out, man. If you get it up to 270 degrees and you leave it at that for over 30 minutes, it'll kill almost everything. If you bring your temperature down and your pasteurization cycles, they figure it out about what should be appropriate. So I'm going to read this paragraph to you. With pasteurization, substrates should be heated between 140 to 170 degrees Fahrenheit for 1 hour. I found 140 is a little on the low end of the scale. When we do it, we do 170 to 180. We're probably sitting about 175. I wouldn't go over 180, because once you go over 180, you're starting to go beyond pasteurizing and heading towards sterilizing. The higher our number is of temperature, the more microbes we're going to kill. It wants us to run our temperature, our substrate, around 170 for 1 hour, and this kills this is a neat word for us, the mesophilic organisms. Our aim is to kill the mesophilic organisms that are in our substrate. These mesophilic organisms die above 113 degrees Fahrenheit. So once we get above 113 and we're up to 170, we're killing mesophilic organisms in our pasteurization process. Thermophilic microorganisms that thrive in higher temperatures above the 170. They're going to be thermophilic. Kind of makes sense. Hot, right? They're above. Our thermophilic organisms, we don't necessarily want to kill. We don't mind the thermophilic organisms, good bacteria, to stay in the substrate. Listen, thermophilic microorganisms that thrive in higher temperatures survive this heat treatment, and thereafter they stay alive on the substrate to, quote unquote, protect it from other microbes. Those thermophilics, they're a little hungry guys too. Guess what they're eating up? They're eating up the mesophilics that are going to come along after the pasteurization process. They're like now the big boys on the block. And anything that comes along after that, I'm going to protect my turf. I got rid of all the little guys, and now we're up here. Well, we're going to stay right here. The little guys, we got them covered now. These substrates and protective microbes, the ones that we left behind, the thermophilics, they become food for our mycelium. So our mycelium starts out on a real clean, it gets stronger, the network gets, and all of a sudden it's like, I'm strong enough now, Mr. Mycelium. I can go get those thermophilics that are sitting on my pasteurized substrate too. And they use them. So the thermophilic microorganisms end up losing to the mycelium that they've set up to win. These substrates and protective microbes are later consumed by the mushroom mycelium. Pasteurization allows for substrates to be inoculated in open air and relatively dirty environments, even my lab. I can sit there, why can't I have an open tub and sit there and mix, air coming down and all that? I'm not in some perfectly air-cleaned environment and making my cakes. I'm not. The best I have is gloves on and some ISO. And I probably have a mask on so I'm not messing up my cakes. But there's all kinds of dirty air coming around as we make our cakes. This allows for it to be inoculated, our cakes to be made in relatively dirty air. Substrates that are commonly pasteurized include waste materials, manure, compost, casing materials, and often even plain sawdust, depending on what mushrooms we're growing. We have 3 to 4 to 5 different methods for pasteurizing our substrate. There's some of us homebrew know how we're doing it, but we're going to discuss tomorrow and Friday the 3 to 4 to 5 different ways that there are to pasteurize our substrate. And we'll cover that starting tomorrow. But today we talked about why we need to pasteurize and what the basic concept of pasteurization is when we're basically killing the mesophilic organisms. You can say it this quick. Pasteurization does one thing. It kills the mesophilic organisms in my substrate without killing the thermophilic that are actually a good thing for the cake to begin with. The thermophilic end up getting eaten by my mycelium later on anyways. Boop. Oh, that's why you pasteurize it. That makes sense. Okay? That's how you do it. Let's do a quick reading. This is my personally favorite part of the day. My favorite part's actually preparing for this part, because I have to kind of go deep sometimes. I don't want to sit here and be a phony baloney. It's the worst thing in the world. I've been one for so many years of my life that it's the last thing I'll ever want to be. I used to get paid to be a phony baloney. Take my money. But when I do these readings, I've spent some time reading them to myself and doing my own self-reflection. And then reading it out to you guys and spending some time talking about it 10 minutes a day. This is my therapy. This is my therapy. And you guys allow me to do it, and it helps some of us too, because I hear back from you. People tell me later, wow, that one really hit. That one would sing. That one, and that's important. Self-reflection is important. We get so busy, this guy, that we often think we're doing because we're doing more because we're doing. Faster is better. A favorite mantra of myself lately has been learn to rest, not quit. See, Pops was brought up in such a way, my dad too, but then my sports background, and then the service, and then trying to compete in business, and then even in church, I want my church to grow bigger than the guys down the street. You know, can you imagine counting the amount of people, etc.? It's a hospital. It'd be like worrying about how many people are in the emergency room. You just treat them. Oh, count their heads. Oh, my emergency room's better than yours. It has more people in it. What? But my whole background has been race. Move forward. Push. You are successful the better you push. The faster you go. Race car drivers. You can't win unless you're pushing. And if you're not pushing, you're quitting. Human brain, very linear. You're either all the way or a minute. 100% or 0. These last 3 or 4 years of working with mushrooms and learning to microdose and therapy of myself and with you guys, I stopped wanting to think linear. I stopped wanting to think A to equals B. It doesn't all the time. It doesn't. And then guess what we do, Sandy? We get hard on ourselves. Oh, I really took the day off today. Oh, you're and then you start getting self-image issues. Oh, well, I can't do that, so I got to push. And I'm guilty of that. I'm very, very, very guilty. This is an area I'm going to work on. Learn to rest, not quit. I think there's a lot packed into this idea. First, it helps get us out of the black and white mindset that's linear. Black and white thinking, that's linear thinking. It's either this or that. It's black or it's white. You know what? Animals in nature don't think linearly. They don't. You know how they think? They don't even think rationally or irrationally. I've been doing my own philosophical stuff. They're not even rational or irrational. You know what they are? They're instinctive. It's whatever nature programmed into them to do. These are non-domesticated animals. They're just going to react based off of what they were instinctually programmed to do. A snake doesn't worry about, boy, I sure was lazy today. A snake's like, I'm supposed to lay in the sun. I lay in the sun and I'm like, oh, someone's going to not get something done. Nature doesn't think linear. Does that make sense to you guys? Give me 5 people that get what I'm saying so far. The human's the one that comes along, oh, we got to think linear, we got to think black and white, we got to go fast, the more I get done, the more successful I am. Humans race. Car races, airplane races, boat races, foot races, mind races. We challenge each other to go faster. If you're faster, you're smarter. Are you? Or you just have a different program? We've lost a lot of touch of our instinctual thinking, by the way. Our instinctual thinking has a lot more to being kind to one another, supporting the pack. There aren't very many instinctual packs that deliberately tear the pack apart, drop bombs on the other packs. Doesn't happen. It helps to get us out of this black and white mindset of our actions. We have to recognize there's a lot of gray area between. If something's not working out, that doesn't mean we have to quit, especially if we've made progress. Other options exist, like resting. That's an option? It's either working out for Pops or he quits. Moving on to the next one. Wait, you mean I can take a break from it and come back to it? It's not the easiest mindset to adopt, considering all the pressure we feel from the world to be productive at all times. But we know it's the right mindset because it feels right to give that advice to others. I did it just yesterday to Sandman. Told him, relax, don't be hard on yourself. You have to be soft on yourself, I told him. And here I am, harder than anybody on myself. How come it sounded right when I said it to Sandy? Because it was. Can I cover a little bit more of this? Are you guys interested? This is good. Right, Slingy? That's good. We get caught up in the runaround. This is still something I struggle with because I'm always afraid that I could romanticize my procrastination. If I give myself a break, I could almost like, okay, I got a license to be a procrastinator now. Oh, I'm just taking a break. I'm not quitting. I'm just taking a break. So I can't, if I even begin to think that I could take a break, I might romanticize my procrastination tendencies. This is when you have to develop your self-love. This is where your self-love steps in. Self-love is knowing when you need to push forward, when you need to retreat, and when you need to just take a break. It's not an exact science, and that's okay. Our goal isn't to be right all the time. Mine is. I always have to be right. If I miss the Jeopardy question at night, I have like a bad 15 minutes afterwards. What? I wasn't right? It's a problem. Mister, gotta be right. What if I took a break from Jeopardy? Oh, God, no. What if I don't watch tonight? What? Is that my homework assignment? I just gave myself a homework. I can't watch Jeopardy tonight. Then it doesn't matter if I was right or wrong. I'm not kidding. I'm writing myself a note right now. No Jeopardy. That sucks. Why'd I do this? I don't like this one. But that's one of my things. I always have to be right. In my own head. Not in conversations. I'm not that guy. But I'm the guy that my brain challenges my brain. And then I'm frustrated. Oh, you didn't know that. I try not to be a know-it-all with you guys. Which is where I don't think Sandy, am I a know-it-all? Seriously, tell me the truth. When I'm at mush fests and this and that, do I act like I'm Mr. Know-it-all guy? I'm not kidding you. I don't want to be a know-it-all. That's not what I'm talking about here is knowing it all in my own head. You know what I'm talking about, CC? Yes, thank you guys. I mean it. I don't like that guy. I don't want to be the know-it-all guy, but in my brain, I'm like, I need to know it all. I have to be the one. I have to answer Jeopardy quickest and fastest as anybody in the room. Why? What's wrong with you? Thank you guys. I'm not looking to have you kiss my butt. I'm serious. Like, what if I was and I didn't know it? So it's okay to not be right all the time. It is. Ooh. When I'm frustrated with something and I feel like quitting, I'm going to remember the secret word. I always try to prove something to myself. That's right. I am such a scorekeeper to myself. There's a secret word when you're frustrated and you just don't want to, man, is this quitting or resting time? That's what it is. It's competitive. That's the word. It's ridiculous competitive. My sisters, they're like, I don't want to be around you sometimes, bro. I'm like, what? What? I can surf faster than he can. I'm like, really? Surfing's supposed to be fun. When you feel like quitting, is there a secret word we can use? A code word? Deborah, see, I do. Like, I have that, but I don't need it to be to you. I need it to me. Is there a code word when you feel like quitting? When you say, I'm not a good writer. So I'm not going to keep writing. I'm not a good writer. Yet. I haven't hit my ideal weight. Yet. I don't know how to ride a bike. Yet. I haven't grown amazing mushrooms. Yet. I haven't read a whole book. Yet. The word yet reminds us that we're on a journey. The word yet reminds us that we're on a journey. And we don't come out of the box with all the skills and tools we need to navigate life. Assembly is required. Progress is an important recipe for self-love. And in the world of progress, our only competition, Pops, is ourselves. Don't be too hard on yourself for not doing a lot. But don't be too soft on yourself for not doing enough. Self-love is both the push and pull in the direction you need. Big lessons for me in this one today. Big lessons. I gotta slow down, but my slow down does not mean I'm quitting. And I don't have to be the fastest, and I don't have to be the rightest. And I don't get to watch Jeopardy tonight either now. I'm gonna have but I'm not gonna watch Jeopardy tonight. Because then I don't have to worry about if I'm right or not. I'm gonna take a rest. Give me 5 people that are like all proud of Pops because he isn't gonna watch Jeopardy. Come on, tell me I'm wonderful. Streety, that was hilarious what you said. Streety reminded us in the real world that safe words have to have at least 3 syllables. You are so stupid, Streety. No, Sandy, I can't watch tonight. Call me between 7:30 and 8 o'clock. I'll be doing something else. Streety, safe words have at least 3 syllables. You're out of control. I didn't know that, but it so makes sense. I've never been in a situation where I needed a safe word. Okay, I never really did. But now that I know there's a rule, I can see it. It makes sense. And Streety, how do you know? How do you know the rule? Okay. Sandman, he can watch me. You guys go have a beautiful day. Did Hags give one more thing away today? Has Hags given another thing away? Hags, write to me and tell me a third person you want me to send something to. Alan and Joey are getting something from you. Who else? Send me a message. Say, Pops, I want you to send something to someone, okay? I want to hear it from you, Hags. All right? Oh, Streety. Oh, you're a ball. Get out of here. Go have a wonderful day, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed today as much as I did. And we will talk more about pasteurization tomorrow and a little less about snowflakes, okay? Have a beautiful day. Be beautiful people. And then, Hags, I have to give a third box away to somebody. So get me some information later today. You guys go have a beautiful day, okay? Mark Zamron and Billy D and Melissa and Free. Love you, Free. And Caitlin and Funny Zenverse. Good morning, Funny. And Victor Nunez. Good morning, Thee. And SSW, there you are. And Jeffrey, thanks for your time and the information, Pops. I love you, Jeff. I love Mr. That's Ginger Jesus right there. Hip Kitty Meow. Mike Body Ball. RX. No flights to Detroit for you, bro. Sandy, love ya. Laddie, Liddy, Rand, Pidgey Page, Nerdy Rusty, Justin OK Man, Roy, Carrie Craigle, I'm going to be meeting that lady. Joey Fortunato, he's fortunate today. Laura, have a divine day. Alan, thanks for being so understanding today. Guess what? Alan, you're on the list. Alan's getting prizes. Alan, good job. Niff and Vegas and Billy D and Nat and Billy Flynn and Street E, love you, man. Jolie, there's my girl. Gypsy Life, I cannot wait to see you soon. Mike and Funny and Mushy. Hey, Mush. Hey, Mush. Have you seen a hubcap lately? And Red Boy, and Bobby Johnson, Caitlin, and MDK, and Jesus Christ, and Punch. Punchy, there you are. I'm so glad to see you, Punch. I got a present from you. I'm going to show these people tomorrow what it was. Thank you. Jicky Jack Cat, meow. Penny, Kieran, love you. Glad to see you here. You know you like starting your day here. Jimmy Max, Mark Z, Cap, Hags, thanks for being my man. Deborah, Hip Kitty, Funny, you're awesome too. SSW McDark, there you are. Jason and Gypsy and Mike and Alan and CCS and MDK and Jesus Christ in Australia wants Alan to pull his finger. Don't do it, Alan. Lad, Alan said he's doing it. Billy Flynn, Mushmouth, Streety, Deborah, Satellites, Alan, don't do it. Mushmouth, Jesus Christ, Silly Gal, Kieran, GC, Herbie Von Werby, come on, King Metroplex, get out of here. Pops, peace, love, Melissa. Deep breath. I'll see you guys tomorrow.